Historically, rites of passage has been an integral part of African culture. What would rites of passage for Black boys look like in our modern times in this society?
Yeah. What would rites of passage look like today? One of the issues is what were those rites of passage, what are they seeking to achieve? Rites of passage before were not just about affirming manhood, they were a sign that you were ready to contribute to a community. And since we don't have those communal bonds like we used to, I don't know if it means the same thing anymore. Are you going to take, a son out in the woods and hunt? You know what I'm saying? Take them fishing? I mean, you could create your own rites of passage, but the question is, what are they trying to achieve? I think for many young men, the rites of passage that they're looking for, what they're trying to achieve is a sense of identity, right? Beyond the family. They want to have some sense that the community knows what I can do, that I'm a part of the community, that I'm a part of the community's outlook in terms of what our ideologies are, how we derive meaning out of the world. And so I think reestablishing those in terms of African-American young men is very important. But again, what happens after those rites of passages are complete, I don't know. That's a real issue because again, it's more than just, oh, I'm a man now or I'm part of this male group. It's ideally, ultimately, I'm ready to contribute to my community. And if that's not a part of the rites of passage, then I don't see the value of it. If we're not giving these young men a sense that number one, they have an identity. That's number one. They're part of a community that they feel valued, they feel recognized. Also, they have some skills, some abilities, something that they feel my community appreciates. Then I don't see the value of it. And I think that's a bigger reason why we really don't have prominent rites of passage anymore, because it's so individualized now. I can feel I'm great at something, but then the community recognizing what I do is really not a part of it like it used to be, because those communal bonds are what they were in the past.
And can you pinpoint the decline of the communal bond? Because we grew up 80s, 90s, and there was still a sense of community there.
Yeah, but it was way off. It wasn't enough. Yeah. But it was still a little bit of a left. Yeah.
So like, when did the thing just get deleted?
Well, I don't know if it got deleted, just slowly waned. And first of all, most of us don't live where we grew up anymore. That's a big problem. So those families that you grew up around, those neighborhoods, you're like, I'm out. And that's a sign of achievement too. Getting away from those communal bonds. Part of it, the religious organizations we used to be part of, church, mosque, whatever the case is, aren't as prominent. They're still prominent, very prominent in the Black community, but not as prominent as they were decades ago. So that's an issue too. And just, I think the more that we got integrated into the mainstream, whether economically, whether culturally, otherwise, the value of community started to wane too. It's more individualized. What I have accomplished, what I can achieve, where I live, it's no longer that we ethos I used to guide a lot of neighborhoods and communities. So, I mean, it's not one thing, but I think over the decades, that communal ethos and that communal focus began to wane. And along with it, some of the rituals. And again, this is more than like some formal rituals, a lot of informal things that people used to do to make them feel that they were a part of the community too. They're no longer there.
What would be an example of an informal thing?
You got something like a bake sale at the church, somebody, little things, right? If somebody's at their house, or cooking dinner at the church, whatever, this is something they feel, this is something I'm contributing to the community. Or, we know this, like, they used to have a couple men in the churches to take the younger guys to go play basketball or football. I mean, is that a formal ritual? No, but it is a ritual in a way too, though. I mean, it makes you feel like you're a part of a community. It makes you feel like you're recognized by a group. But even those little things like used to have like open gym at neighborhood basketball courts, right? Some guys to open a gym, let the kids go in there, run around for a couple of hours. It still made you feel like somebody older in the community knew who you were, knew you could do something so you could shoot a basketball. You know how to play a game. But those are little, informal rituals that are not, some stages involved that you have to go through, but informally they are in a way that makes you feel like you're recognized by the community. But those things are gone in a lot of ways. Now, one of the things that we still have, which is Elijah Anderson talks about in some of his work, this guy does a lot of research on young African-American men, is the gang culture has those kind of elements, the rituals, the recognition, the sense of community, all the things that we think are missing in the wider community, they still possess those. And that's why, in a lot of ways, this is where a lot of young men turn to get recognition, to feel that they're, because a part of ritual, what it provides, it gives you a sense of confidence. I can do something well, right? It gives them that sense of confidence, even though it's for negative things. Makes them feel like they're a part of the community. It also provides an identity. It might be a negative identity, but it's an identity nonetheless. So those are the kind of things that I think are being offered even in this negative environment.